So after exposing another possible pedo, it's that I'm trying to, instead of protecting them from marriage, young girls, 9, 10, 11, 12-year olds, from marrying these adult grown ass men, these pedos, that I should be instead focused on protecting them from fornication. Because he believes that if a girl or a boy are mature enough, which is trying to be his saving grace, then they should be able to be married and have sex and things of that nature, which is also a disgusting part of your behavior, sir. Now, you obviously don't know what the word fornication meant at the time frame of the people when they wrote it. You're talking about the Greek word in Koine Greek that is porneia. Porneia doesn't mean just having sex out of marriage. And first, let's dissect what was marriage to the people of that time frame. The people in that time frame, they did not go and get a marriage certificate. So you're trying to take what we do today and incorporate that into how people lived back then, which is a mistake. You should not ever do that. You have to look at how things were done, what things meant to the people who wrote them at that time frame. And in first and second century, porneia did not mean, well, first, getting married wasn't a situation where there was all the ceremonies and marriage laws and things that we do today. Sure, they had ceremonies. Sure, they wrote on certain tapestries or tablets and things of that nature, identifying who married whom in order to be able to pass along inheritances. But the moment that you had sex, you were married. That was the marriage ceremony, was having sex. So you're advocating that a boy or girl, if you deem them mature, so they can be 14, 15 years old, 12, you're saying that they should be able to get married, when we know that in our time frame, our morality has increased beyond their morality, and getting married at such a young age, they are not mature. There are no mature 13, 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds who should be getting married. They don't have the understanding or the wisdom to understand marriage. Hell, we got 20-something-year-olds who are getting married and they have no idea what the hell they're doing. But you're trying to make it sound like a young kid can get married, which is just horrible as a person. And to understand what the word porneia actually means, porneia meant any type of immoral sex, gross things that you do with your genitalia outside of the marriage. So if a person is married, they cannot commit fornication. If two people have sex, they are married. They're not committing fornication because you're having sex out of marriage. You're having sex with someone else while you're married. That's porneia. You're having sex with an animal. That's porneia. Yes, that's part of what fornication means, is to have sex with an animal or to do any other gross things with your peen peen or your poom poom. So, and it has to involve another person or an animal. So that does not include masturbation. You might want to look things up and understand what things meant to the people of that culture before you start to put your modern day spin on it, whether you're from, no matter what country you're from. And maybe you're from one of those countries that still allows for 13 and 14-year-olds, or one of the states in the United States that allow for 13, 14, 15-year-olds to get married. And so you just like looking at the little girls, and maybe that's a problem that you need to look at. And hopefully someone who is in higher authority for looking, whose job is to look for people like you, hopefully they are looking at you to figure out if you're taking advantage of little kids. Because if you try to justify it in any situation, any form, or in today's world, you're just as bad and you need to be investigated. So y'all have a great day. And remember always, you got to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibrations.